What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, one of my many upcoming hauls from Fragrance Buy. I've been buying a lot of fragrances from them as of late, and we've got a few right here. A Boss Bottle Flanker I've been wanting to get for a while. A couple new Fragrance World clones that I've been interested in checking out from some very good designers. And some Manceras as well. So we've got quite the variety between the 5 fragrances that I've picked up. Let's check them out. Stay tuned. So quickly we'll run through them. Renheit Parfum from Fragrance World, a clone of Fahrenheit Parfum. Fragrance World Moonlit Night, the one and only, a clone of the one Luminous Night from Dolce & Gabbana. Boss Bottled Oud Aromatic, Mancera Midnight Gold, and a tester of Mancera Black Gold. This is the reason for this purchase in the first place. This is phenomenal. We'll save it for last. The others I've never smelled. So we're starting with the one that has sparked my interest the most, because I think Fahrenheit Parfum is the ultimate form of Fahrenheit. So let's see. I can smell the violet leaf through the box. Let's see how this worked out. Oh, they ripped that bottle off clear as day. That looks very much like it. Stout, hefty, very much almost the same bottle, almost the same shape, kind of in between regular Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Cap holds pretty well. Let's give it a spray and see who we're working with here. Great atomizer, big and wide mist. Oh yeah, that is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Boozy and violet leaf licorice heavy. Oh, that smells good. I have to say, when it comes to the designer clones Fragrance World's been doing, they do a great job. That's why I keep getting them, because their Le Male Le Parfum clone, spot on. Their Y Le Parfum clone, almost spot on. I wear that more than the real deal. Like, they are killing it with some of these. And that's the case here. It's a little heavier on the rum than the real deal. It's been a little while since I've sprayed it. Don't get me wrong, I've had it for years. For the sake of saving time, I'm not going to go grab it. I'm very familiar with it. I don't need to do a side-by-side. It's got that thick, almost fruity type of thick juiciness to it. Syrupy. Syrupy is the word I'm looking for. Kind of a syrupy and boozy smell. Thick licorice rum, violet leaf. The violet leaf here's a little on the slight metallic side, but it has a little bit of that petroleum feel from what Fahrenheit's DNA is known for, minus the leather. I don't get a lot of leather here. It's more about licorice rum. There's a little bit of spice. It's sweet. It's almost like honey-like or syrup-like thick. This is really good. Let's pull up the notes.
A few minutes later.
So, through a quick search, I didn't really see any note breakdown from any of the sites that typically would pop up for it, but that don't matter. I'll just go off of what I smell anyways. It's really irrelevant. But that's the case. There's a light undertone of spiciness here. Distinctive petroleum-like violet with a slight metallic violet leaf smell. A lot of booze and licorice, though. A lot of rum, a lot of licorice. It's making it very syrupy. Not overly woody, but it's got kind of like that oak barrel kind of woody smell to it. First impression, this may surprise some of you. 9 out of 10, outstanding. Because what it's cloning is one of the best fragrances Dior has ever put out, in my opinion, of what I've tried. So yeah, 9 out of 10. I mean, they've been killing it. I'm going to be putting this in the rotation very soon. I'm going to do a full review on this one for sure. And we'll compare it closer in the review to the real deal, but outstanding. We might as well keep it going with Fragrance World. We're going to check out their clone to Luminous Night. And if it's impressive, it's that smoky dates kind of smell like the original. We'll do a full review on this one also and compare it to the original. God, that bottle's heavy. That is a dead ringer. That is a dead ringer for the bottle. Wow. I mean, the cap's rounded. The cap's a little different, but the overall shape and visual aesthetic, I mean, that is a clear ripoff of Dolce & Gabbana, the one Luminous Night. Wow. Fragrance World's bringing the heat. I gotta say, look, I'm not for the ripping the bottles off. I mean, it's one thing that they're making their version of the aroma, but the bottles, come on now. Another great atomizer. Let's see what we got. I'm looking for smoky dates because there's a dates accord and incense that dominate the fragrance. That's how I always describe it. That's what I'm looking for here. They're killing it. I'm just going to be straight with you guys. I think I like Fragrance World more than Lattafa and Armaf, and they're making straight up carbon copies. Like, they're trying to make carbon copies. And that's what makes them impressive to me, is they're able to almost pull it off every time. At least all the times I've tried. Now, Imperium, their clone of Elysium Parfum Cologne, it's not the most accurate thing out there. I've got much more accurate clones than that, but it's still really enjoyable. But these two, man, there's something a little rich woodsy about it. Almost like a earthy, funky tone hanging out in the background. So it's not one-to-one in the opening. But I do get the smoky date smell. I get the incense, I get the dates, that sweet, fruity date smell. It's just so beautiful and rich. It's another one that's impressive. I'm not even bothered looking for a note breakdown because that's what it smells like. That's what the original has. If I feel like they got like 85% close here, whereas here I feel like they got over 90% close. This one's going to be 9 out of 10 as well. And because they're just so accurate and they don't smell super cheap and synthetic, that's why I have, because it's just like they're just so impressive to me with the way they smell that I have to give them 9 out of 10. Outstanding. Now look, in a full review, is there a chance they're going to grow to a 9.5 or a 10? Probably not. But I mean, the mark is really, really freaking high. I mean, 9 out of 10. Both of them. Wildly different too. And you're looking at like $60 after taxes, pretty much. In that range for both of these, US. They putting in some work here, guys. It's hard to say they're not. I know some people frown on the clones, and I totally get why. I totally get it. As per someone who reviews these and has a passion for just wanting to check all these different fragrances out and compare them to the originals and everything, I'm impressed. If I was the brand owners, I'd be pissed. But as a reviewer, I'm impressed. It's wild. They're both 9 out of 10. And we started off hot with these clones. Boss Bottled Oud Aromatic. I've been wanting this one. It matches my green theme that I have going on here. I've never smelled it. I haven't smelled Oud Saffron. I have Oud, Boss Bottled Oud, so I'm very curious. I have looked at the notes. I remember it's like a dry green herbal fragrance more than anything. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Let me try to get out the way to see if some lighting can get through on it. I don't think it'll be able to. So I'll just get back in position, but it's not going to do it any justice. Let me try to block me out as best I can. So you're not going to be able to see the tone of green in this particular angle and lighting. I can see it because there's lights right here that are shining through. Such a beautiful, like emerald, dark emerald green. Beautiful. This might be the best looking Boss bottle. I mean, that's not what matters. I get it, but there's no denying it. Let's see what we're working with here. Let's go right here on the wrist. Spray and a half, roughly. All right. Get rid of some of this perfumer's alcohol and... Ooh. Okay. Sweet, resinous, herbal, sticky, thick type of green resin. It's a green resinous smell. Ooh, that's got to be like cypriol oil and like a lot of it. A lot of it. That doesn't smell as cheaply synthetic as Boss Bottled Oud does. That smells like the most synthetic oud oil on the planet. It smells like Boss Bottled plus that synthetic oud oil. It's actually great. I think it's great. But it smells cheap, especially compared to this. This actually smells of decent quality. It doesn't come across as sharp and synthetic. But it is quite earthy herbal, but still very aromatic. As the name, you would expect it to be aromatic. The name, it's in the name, Oud Aromatic. But I don't get distinctive oud. Maybe a little bit of that same oud oil, but not at the same dose, where it's not as like in your face. This is so masculine and fall appropriate. It's green, but it's dark earthy green with an aromatic fresh tone, but dark earthy green, so it's not vibrant and bright like a spring green fragrance. It's funny that we're talking about green and I'm dressed in all green. This is a banger. It's even a little, it's getting smoky. I wonder if there's like incense or something in here. Oh, this is awesome. Holy crap, this is awesome. This is a must try. This might be the best Boss Bottled I've ever smelled. Over Elixir, over Intense Eau de Parfum. This is awesome. Damn. That's so good. Let's pull up these notes.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, Boss Bottled Oud Aromatic has, above average ratings, 7 out of 10, 23 ratings. Woody, spicy, resinous, synthetic green. I couldn't agree with all of that more. Orange blossom, myrrh, and oud. Really, that's the only notes. I get resinous, woody, and green for sure. A little bit of spice, but it's smoky. It's quite smoky. Sticky, resinous green smell. Almost like a fir balsam resin. Cypriol oil. Myrrh makes sense. That could be that light sweetness really helping provide. So myrrh can be very aromatic without having that soapy feel of like a clary sage or a lavender. I like this a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Did I mention a lot? Because I like it a lot. I like it more than the clones, but it's like I already gave them 9s because they were just so... The reason I gave them 9s is because it's so impressive how accurate they were, whereas this is a way better fragrance. But I don't want to give it a 10. But, I mean, how often do I have this kind of reaction to a fragrance? Like, I'm this impressed. 9.5. Not ready to give it a 10. Got to hold those 10s near and dear. But damn, this is as close as it gets. This is as close as it gets. I don't know if you can even get a sample of this. I don't know. It was like a exclusive in the Middle East or something like that. This is awesome. Some of you that have tried this that maybe don't feel the same way are probably like, really, that? Hey, to each their own. People like different things. This is an impressive smell to me. Piney, resinous, green, woody, smoky. Thick and sticky. That's why I say with this resinous feels like a sticky resin. Like almost like a tree sap type of feel, but without the sweet of tree sap, the sticky texture. Like that's how the aroma comes across. Like it's got a stickiness to it. I bet this stuff lasts and lasts. Holy crap, this is awesome. And at the recording of this, we got a cool front coming in like 2 days. The highs are going to be in the low 60s. I'm wearing this day 1 of this cool front. Because it definitely smells like it could be a little much on a warm day because it's been in the 80s. Not saying that it would be too much for that, but if I wait, I got a 20-degree drop-off coming in like 2 days at the recording of this. So first day of that cool front, I'm wearing this 9.5 out of 10. I mean, holy crap, it can only be downhill from here. 9, 9, and 9.5. Guys, I swear they're impressing me to that point. It's just, I get excited about this stuff too. It's my own childish excitement. The kid in me getting excited, new toy kind of thing, you know? So, Midnight Gold, I've been wanting to get this one. I remember looking at the notes and looking, it looks like a super versatile everyday fragrance. So here we go. Beautiful looking gold to the bottle. We got Cosmic Pepper right there. One of their newest releases. That goes in the category of something great for every day. I've got high hopes for this one too. I remember there's like citruses, a little bit of rose, maybe some woods. I've looked at it. I just don't remember exactly. But we'll cross-reference it here in just a minute. Let's give it a spray and see what we're working with. Beautiful, beautiful atomizers. There's definitely a little bit of rose in here. There's a fresh rosy smell to it. This is such a good haul. This is such a good haul. Because the last fragrance, I know what it smells like. This is such a good haul. Spicy, woodsy, fresh and airy. Citrus, like a watery citrus and a floral underbelly, like just hanging underneath. Just kind of, everything's laying on top of the flowers, you know? Like it's more than just rose that's in here. There's other florals. Oh, it's such a beautiful scent. This could be worn every day, especially in office setting. Office setting, absolutely this would shine. Beautiful fragrance. Not mind-blowing wow. Again, the first two, the accuracy blew me away. The Boss Bottled Flanker, this just wowed me. This just wowed me. Whereas this is just so pleasant. It's so pleasant. This is going to be the lowest rating of them, but it's still going to be a really, really good rating. We'll get to that. Because I already know where I'm going down the path of this one. It just smells too good. This is one that you could put on the corner of the dresser, wherever, and just like, all right, I'm going to roll with this one for a while till I get tired of it. It's one of those fragrances. Even for an enthusiast, a collector, somebody with a lot of fragrances, this is one you could gravitate to, I think anyways, for speaking on my taste. This is one that if I really want to I'm going to just stick with something for a while. Here's like 3 fragrances. I'm going to just rock with them for a week or two. This could go in that pile. I think it would take a while to get tired of this and want to switch it up. There's definitely some rose in here. I will be surprised if there isn't. Let's pull these notes up.
12 seconds later.
Such a ridiculous name, by the way. There's nothing midnight about this. So fresh, citrus, spicy, floral, woody. I agree with all of it. Top of mandarin orange, neroli, lime, black pepper, cardamom, and rosemary. That's that fresh, spicy undertone I was talking about, the juicy citrus. And then in the heart, you have cedar, fresh notes, Turkish rose. Told you. Clear as day, too. I'm kind of surprised it's the only floral. Then you have patchouli, white musk, Napolese oud. Really? I would have never guessed oud was in here. Amber and oak moss. So maybe it'll get a bit more earthy and dark as it dries, but fresh notes, whatever the hell that is. Yes. Fresh being the number 1 accord. Totally agree. It's very bright and airy. I didn't mean to rhyme. It just kind of happened. Almost like it's almost got like a fizzy, soapy, aldehydic type of feel to it. Like it's so bright and uplifting. Light soapy tone, but not super soapy. Is lavender in here? No lavender. But we got rosemary and neroli. And the fresh notes are something ozonic about these fresh notes. Really bright and airy. This is year-round fresh. I think this is a freshie that can get pulled off easily in the winter because it's probably got some staying power. I mean, it's Mancera. Let's go 8.5. Great. Because it's not like something that's like with the first two. The 2 clones, they're just so accurate. That's what impressed me. I got to keep going back to that. That's why they got 9s. Oud Aromatic, it's just an impressive composition that I don't have that really speaks to me. And in this, while it doesn't remind me of a bunch of specific fragrances, it reminds me of a genre and a style just done really well, and smells like it might have a little bit of complexity here. But it's just a lively, fresh scent, and that's never a bad thing. So we're going to go with 8.5 out of 10 on Midnight Gold. Slept on Mancera fragrance. You don't hear anybody talk about this one. And then last but not least, the reason for this haul in the first place. So I did a live stream with Randy, channel Fragrance Dude, and Dedrick, channel Dedrick Hicks Jr. And Dedrick sent me a decant of Mancera Black Gold. And I fell in love with it. It was my favorite of the 8 decants. Between the 2 of them, they sent me 8 decants, I think it was. Look at this beautiful bottle, too. And this is the one. So I get the vibe, not the exact same scent, nuances of it, and not the exact same scent of Acqua di Gio Profumo. Like the darkness, the smoky, earthy patchouli, slight aquatic feel, but this is deeper, this is richer, and this has other things going on outside of it. But I would say, in relation percentage wise, I would say like 60% over, the majority of the scent profile reminds me of Acqua di Gio Profumo. He brought it up, and I'm like, holy crap, that was what I was thinking. He said a buddy of his said it reminded him. So shout outs to him. And some of you are going to get very excited. You see how it's not coming off? It is not the magnetic cap, it's a screw cap. This is an old bottle. So you know what that means? You batch code guys I don't play the batch code game. This is more of a me trolling kind of thing, really. I got a screw cap version. It's going to be a beast. The magnetic cap ones are strong. Every newer Mancera I have that has a magnetic cap is strong, but out of curiosity, I'm going to have to check that batch code after. But it is a screw cap bottle, which means it's at least 3 years old. I think they switched to them in like 21, maybe even late 2020, but around that time when they switched to those pressure-sensitive atomizers like this. See that? And the magnetic cap versus obviously screwed on. Wildly different. Oh, there it is. God, it's so good. Let's go right here. One good spray. This one's awesome. I'll tell you right now, this one's an 8.5 out of 10 as well. Both Manceras, 8.5 out of 10. I already have experience with this one. I had to get a bottle. This is the reason for this. I don't just buy one fragrance from Fragrance Buy. And it's not, I didn't have to buy 5 for the free shipping. I got the points to where I could do the free shipping anytime. But see, it's got this slightly funky, musky, woody smell at the top with a little bit of an undertone of this marine feel, this saltwater aquatic. I believe there's a little bit of oud that I'm getting, slight oud funkiness. More of a slight medicinal but dry oud smell. Not so much funky, more medicinal. Again, it doesn't smell just like Acqua di Gio Profumo. So any of you that have this, I'm not saying it smells just like it. I'm saying there's a lot of nuance to it to remind me of it. And definitely the similar vibe. Definitely the vibe. That's way more mass appealing, crowd friendly, more people, ease of wear type of thing, much more aquatic. This is more the enthusiasts. This is more people that are really into fragrances. This was kind of an upgrade from that, is how I would say it. Dark and woodsy, but aquatic. It's a dark aquatic. There you go. Let's pull up the notes.
More moments later.
So here we go, Mancera. Pretty good rating, 7.9 out of 10 at 164 ratings. Floral. Spicy, woody, sweet, fresh. So you got cinnamon, citrus fruits, lavender, Napolese, oud, and nutmeg. So there's that dry, woody, kind of slightly medicinal smell that I get at the top. Then you got violet. There's that powdery floral smell. Egyptian jasmine, patchouli, marine notes, rose, amber, white musk, leather, vetiver, woody notes. So no smoky notes of any kind, but it gives this dark richness that kind of gives off kind of a similar tone to that dark incense patchouli combo of Acqua di Gio Profumo. That's what I mean as far as the relatability. It's mainly that and the marine notes. I mean that aquatic, that saltwater aquatic accord. It's very universal in a lot of fragrances. It is getting powdery fast while still being dark and earthy and aquatic. This is such a good fragrance. And look, 8.5 out of 10 might be an undershot for a lot of you, but I mean, that's where I'm at with it. Now, when I do a full review, there's room to grow from that. But 8.5 out of 10, it's a great rating. It's great in my rating scale. Everything here is really, really good. Even the clones, really, really good. I don't know how easy it'd be to sample those, or this Boss Bottle Flanker probably can't sample, but these you could probably get samples of. These I would definitely try before you buy, but they're very friendly. Very good at everyday wears, but wildly different. Two totally different personalities. This is fun-loving, bright. This is darker, reserved, refined, but assertive. Very assertive. Yeah. Both 8.5 out of 10. Well, there you have it. That was an awesome haul, because the next month, the month of November, I'm going to be doing a lot more individual reviews. I'm all over the place. Sometimes I do more list topics. Sometimes I have a lot of fragrance hauls, a lot of first impressions, whatever. But I mix in my individual reviews on a regular basis. I've got a lot of cool stuff I've been testing lately. Add these to it. Going to be doing probably 4 to 5 individual reviews a week through the month of November. I got a lot of catching up to do. I'm kind of backlogged on my reviews, and some of these are going to make it into it. I think this one for sure is going to be like the first one that I do. That's so impressive. It is so impressive. Such a great haul. If you're interested in checking any of these out, there's some links down below from Fragrance Buy where I bought them from. They weren't sent to me. I did buy them. I buy way too many fragrances from them. I really do. But until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Of these 5, have you tried any of these? What do you think of them? Do you have a similar assessment? Do you disagree? Do you like them less? Do you like them just as much? Do you like them more? What's the odds that you like them more, right? I mean, because this is one of my favorite hauls I've had in recent memory. You know, aside from that niche haul from Fragorpedia House, this is like the second highest rated haul I've had possibly ever, or at least in a long time. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 5 and you give them a spray now, there's always that chance you might thank me later. Have a good one, guys.